Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, thanks a lot, Paul, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh. Give us a call tonight, 412-575-2600. We're going to be talking about the Penguins, who are in the postseason against the Islanders in the first round. The first two games are on the island. The schedule hasn't been announced yet, but they have PJ Masks live at Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on the island. So I would imagine they're going to play Wednesday, Thursday, or Thursday, Monday, or something like that. I'd imagine this schedule is going to be announced pretty soon. So the Penguins get a point. They lose tonight, but it feels like a win. Just getting into overtime. What a game. I'll show you highlights coming up tonight on KDK if you missed the game. Also some reaction from inside the locker room. The Pirates, big win for the Buccos today. They walk it off, and it's Kevin Newman with the big hit. Big day by Josh Bell. That's what they need. So the Pirates get their third straight win against the Reds. They go for the sweep tomorrow. But the big news today is the Pittsburgh Penguins getting that 1 point and avoiding playing the Capitals in the first round. Also, more big news. Today on the show is Mark Kaboly's debut here on the Nightly Sports Call. Mark Kaboly from The Athletic, the Steelers beat writer for The Athletic. So it's a big day. We have Mark Kaboly on the show. And we're going to be talking about the Steelers. If you want, you can give us a call about the Steelers because he's the guy.
I would rather talk about PJ Masks. How'd you even know that, Rich?
I looked it up. I'm sure my kids would much rather see PJ Masks than the first round of the Islanders and the Penguins. But, I don't even remember the last time the Penguins played back-to-back games in the postseason. Now, I've covered the team, for the last 15 years, I think, here in Pittsburgh, and I can't even remember back-to-back games.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, during their run in the 90s, it would always be every other day, and it was pretty regimented with that. But back-to-back games, they obviously try to stay away from that for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. But, it's very unusual, and it's probably because of the goaltenders, Rich. I mean, you don't really want to go back-to-back. They really don't do that much during the regular season. So that's going to throw a little twist in the plans right there if you have the goalies going back-to-back. So that should be interesting.
Yeah, Matt Murray did it late in the season. I think that's what kind of turned him around a little bit. But, I think Wednesday, Thursday is the only option. I haven't seen anything yet, an announcement or heard anything. I'm not listening to.
I think it's going to be 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yeah, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Yeah. They can't start on Tuesday the 9th. The playoffs start on Wednesday, so I can't see it being Thursday, Monday. That would be 3 days off, and you don't normally see that in the postseason.
Rich, they could have avoided that tonight. You know that.
Who, the Penguins?
The Penguins could have
if they would have lost, they would have been playing Washington. But Carolina would have been going there, and the Islanders wouldn't have avoided that. I mean, they could have avoided that if they would have beat the Islanders earlier in the season, and if the Islanders would have lost some other games. But I don't know. I mean, you're the Steelers guy, but I'm sure you're following the Penguins and watching down the stretch here. Do you think this is a team that can get past the Islanders in the first round?
Yeah, that Islanders team reminds me of that Senators series. What was that? Maybe.
That was 2000. That was when they won the. You mean the Cup team?
8 or 9 or something like that.
Oh, you're talking back.
Oh, way back when, where they just seemed like the Penguins were a little overwhelmed in that series. It reminds me of the Islanders right there. It's not going to be easy. I mean, the Islanders can fill the net, and they're going to have. What the issue is with the Penguins, I see is they're just so inconsistent, and to be able to win 16 games in this tournament, you have to be consistent. They weren't even consistent enough tonight to not allow a odd man breaks late in the game when you're holding on to 2-1. When you're winning 2-1, you're up it's 2-2. Then you give up a shorthanded goal. They're not disciplined enough, I think, to be able to make a huge run. Can they get past the Islanders? Of course. I think the wild card in this all is, you probably would agree with me, is Matt Murray's playing unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that's what you were worried about coming in, or at least the past, up until March. Before March, you were worried about that. So that's a good thing. He's playing well, and you need a goalie playing well to have any shot whatsoever.
The Penguins have one of the best records from the trade deadline, so they are playing the right way that they like to call it. towards the end of the season here. But yeah, it's been a very inconsistent team, and you can't have an inconsistent team. At least they're a healthy team heading into the playoffs, and that's one thing that I like. But I think this Islanders series is going to be tougher than most people think. I think the Pens win it, but I think it's going to be 6 or 7. I've seen people, say 5 games. I mean, the Islanders aren't a bad team. They just had, 103 points. I mean, they're a pretty good team.
You look at the alternative. If Gensel doesn't score with a couple minutes left, where are you at?
You're at Washington. Yeah.
So
but,
you
gave up a shorthanded goal right before that. I mean, the Penguins.
That's another thing that's disappointing about this, Rich, is they knew how much they needed this game.
They just needed a point, yeah.
But they needed this game. They needed to play well, and they didn't. I mean, they squandered opportunities late in that game to let them get back into it. And you would think a team that's pushing towards the playoff, and where the playoffs are right around the corner, is that there would be more urgency, more attention to detail, and it was just a sloppy game, and that's very disappointing. Where it meant a lot, and this game meant a lot.
All right, before we go to break, the one thing about the NHL playoffs, if you get home ice, you get Game 7. I don't think that matters in this series. I mean, the Penguins, it doesn't matter in the NHL for me. I like the fact that they're starting on the road, Mark, because I feel like the Penguins could go up there and steal 1 or 2 games, and then all of a sudden the momentum shifts, and now the Penguins are in control of home ice.
Yeah, but the Penguins haven't played extremely well at home. I mean, their record from this year compared to the previous couple of years haven't been that good. So you never know. You just have to go up there and try to win one and see what happens from there.
All right, we'll get back to your expertise coming up, the Steelers. So give us a call, 412-575-2600. If you have any draft questions, who you think the Steelers might draft, who they're looking at, who they interviewed, tonight is the night to call. 412-575-2600. Back in a couple minutes.
The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, putting new roofs on Pittsburgh homes for over 25 years. Call Ireland Contracting at 1-800-NEW-ROOF.